Thank you for inviting me as a speaker. So, I would like to thanks you and your team uh, to inviting me as a speaker. So definitely, I'll share my experience to our learner. So, first of all, let me introduce. Uh, this is Biswanath Giri, and I'm working as a cloud and AI principal architect in LTI Mindtree. And I am Google Cloud, all Google Cloud certified. I mean, I'm multi-cloud certified like Azure, AWS, and HashiCorp. And I'm a YouTuber, content writer, and I'm also a GDE champion innovator. So lots of thing about me. That's all about me. Today, I'll be talking about deep dive the AI powered GCP security, how AI will help to detect the security vulnerability, then how it will be mitigate and overcome the security in the GCP platform. So this is all about my talk. So let me share my PPT, and then based on that, I'll be discussing step by step. So let me share my screen with our audience. So I hope my screen is visible to all. Uh,
Super visible.
right. Yeah. So this is all about me. I already explained. So let me talk about deep dive into AI powered GCP security. So in this topic, I'll be cover how AI will help us to secure our Google Cloud platform. This is all about in my talk. So before going to talk, what are the challenges and benefits of AI? That I will discuss. So in this digital transformation, when the industry are moving to the cloud, but the security is the major challenges nowadays, right? So we need to understand the key of challenges and what are the benefits using AI and how what is the risks and using the help of AI, how we will overcome or mitigate the issue, right? So and then how we are adopting the practical framework to access the security of AI in customer environment, and then implementing the actionable strategy to improve your specific AI security approach. So these are the challenges and benefit of AI that we need to check. But nowadays, before going to check all these security challenges, but what are the top concern of AI solution that we need to identify? So as for the Google Secure AI framework, so top concern of AI solution that has been measured, these are the six important points. The first point, security measures, and the second point, legal and regulatory requirements, and the third point, brand reputation. Fourth one is the governance and compliance, and the fifth one, data privacy, and the sixth one, safety and consideration. These are the six pillar top concern for AI solution, which we will identify and encounter. Then will be create a roadmap how and how the hacker, how the other end user is using the I mean the security breaches happening. Then for example, we are using one of the application, and that application is integrated with our database in our backend and front end, our API, how it is leaked, how the security breach happening in between, then how AI can help us to secure all these layer. So this is primarily, predominantly, these are the concerns which we are facing nowadays. But in this concern, how AI will help, I will talk about that topic. So before that, so Google providing a framework consideration for AI security. In this framework, we have So two major point: improve AI governance. This is the first important point. Need to improve our AI governance. The second point, we need to evaluate our AI security control. These are the two important points in need to consideration for AI security. But how we evaluating the AI security controls, that we have measured and identify 7 best practice steps and methodology that I'll explain one by one. The first point, we need to define the AI pipeline. Whenever any of the AI based application we are deploying, we need to create a AI pipeline, right? Then what we have to do, we have to identify the critical component. Then we have to identify the key control as part of the whole process. Then after that, we need to identify the attack vector. What are the attacks happening? We need to identify. Then what next action plan? Develop a detection capability. If we have a detection capability, then our platform will be more secure. Then the sixth point, we need to develop the threat model. Once our threat model is developed, then the environment can be secured. The last but not least, proactively hunt for the anomalies. Whatever the anomaly in our platform, that we need to proactively check, right? So these are the 7 steps, best practice of the AI security control that we need to discuss step by steps. The first point, we need to discuss the AI pipeline. But before that, I need to discuss one of the major point. This is the security challenges what we are facing yesterday, and still the relevant challenges we are facing today as well. But the threats is one of the major one, which whenever we are growing the number of threats increasingly sophisticated, so then how we can detect that, how to mitigate, how will solve that, right, threats. And one of the other thing here, toil. Toil is nothing but the task we are doing the manually and solve the issue. Many steps we are solving manually. So these are the major challenges for us, right? And the talent, because now we are moving to the digital transformation. Lack of expert uh, in our uh, uh, lack of experts, because that's why the problem, whatever the problem is happening related to security, cyber security or cloud native security, this is the lacks of GCP security expert. That's why we are not capable to handle that. So that's why these are the security challenges we are facing daily, and earlier also we are facing. But now AI is coming to the picture to help us to mitigate all these challenges. So how it will be? So let me discuss one by one. So whenever we are controlling the platform or environment, that we have need to apply the security each and every layer. Whenever we are deploying the model, then the application, when we are deploying the application, but application is required the infrastructure, application need data. So all these 4 layer you need to protect. First we need to protect the model. Second, we need to protect the application. Third, we need to protect the infrastructure. Fourth, we need to protect the data. So these are the 4 layer. Secure AI framework will help us to secure our environment to the security free, cyber security free. Whatever the anomaly will happen, or if the hacker is hacking to our application, so that we need to identify. Then we can able to detect uh, easily. So these are the 4 major points. So I have to let me discuss one by one. First, I'll discuss model. Then after that, I will be discuss the application layer, how we can see protect and secure, and infrastructure layer, how we can protect, and the data layer, how we can protect. So let me go to discuss about the model. Whenever we are protecting the model, so now we have to secure our development practice and model integrity compromise. So if the model integrity is compromised, then it will not be secure. I mean, some bad actor tampered the model, then definitely the behavior would be a harmful outcome. The outcome would be harmful. So that's why we need to check our model. We need to secure our development environment whenever we are writing a code or deploying a code. But before going to discuss all this, whenever we are going to deploy a model into GCP environment, so first the general and the very basic things. First, we need to gather the data, then clean and process the data, then if required, retrain the model, right? Now, the next process, we need to test the model, right? So once tested the model, then we have to check the feedback loop whether the output is perfect or not. If something goes wrong, then the feedback will provide to the deployment and train the model. Then again it will be start process, then it will be improved. So it's a continuous process. Then once it is improved, then we'll deploy into production. This is our general and best practice, right? So similarly, whenever we are deploying any of the code into our production, these are the steps. For example, developer write the code. Whenever we are submit the code, if is there any bad code, then the compromised source control is happening. That we need to protect. If the compromised build system is happening, then we are not applying any security. If any package or any artifact is compromised, then the security is not enforced. Similarly, suppose some vulnerability injected, some dependency is also some vulnerability, then we can consider this is not a right code to deploy it. Similarly, whenever we are going to deploy in a ML model, so that similar kind of deployment process, but here we need to develop model source, need to be checked. Then the training, whenever the training train the model, that need to be checked. Whenever we deploy the model, that need to be checked, because without any compromise, that check process should be there. And before going to the production, that the check process should be in place. If that is not there, then this is not a proper pure code. There is some bad code that will be impact whenever you are getting the response. So for that to secure, there is six store. There is a open source software we need to integrate with the, as part of the deployment. Then we can able to secure our deployment process throughout the ML deployment. Then we can able to secure the deployment, whatever you are deploying or training the model, right? So this is one. Once integrated, so the code will be perfect code and proper tested code will be deployed in the production. So similarly, now let me discuss about the second step, how will protecting the application. So application, whenever we are going to protect, there is a model armor. Will ultimately it will be protect our application in our cloud platform. Whatever the prompt injection will given by the end user. For example, some bad actor may get the model to execute the malicious instruction that will injected inside a prompt. So that how it will be verified? So it will be verified through the model armor. Right? So how it is working? There is one example here. So okay, let me use the point marker. Yeah. So here there is a example. A user gets the model to execute unsafe instruction injected inside a prompt. So there is an example like as you can check, and then the model is fine tuned and identified that bad injected instruction. And here as you can say response, it does not support remote work, and then this is identified the response is the bad actor, right? So similarly, in the Google Cloud Platform, whenever you are deploying any of the application into Compute Engine or GK or App Engine or Cloud Run, this is our application area where application is up and running. But our Cloud Armor ultimately it will secure our whatever the user requesting the prompt. The prompt will be verified in the Cloud Armor first layer. Once that is checked, then it will be sent to allow to get the response from the LLM. So whether it is Gemini or Llama or OpenAI, whatever the LLM, then based on your business requirement. Once LLM send the response, then LLM response will be checked here again. Once it is checked, if everything is okay, then here the response will allow to the end user. The response sent to the end user. So it will be checked first. Uh, I mean, number one, it will check. Number two, it will check. Number three, it will check the prompt. Number four, it will be checked. Then will say response sent to the user. If is there any malicious or is there any bad actor, then it will not be sent to the end user, right? So application layer, how we will protect with the help of model armor. So I just explain. Now in the Google Cloud Platform, where you'll get that. So in the Google Cloud security, as part of your security, so you just navigation menu, then you'll click on there is an option called model armor. Then this page will be open, and here you need to create a policy. That policy you have to attach in your backend. Then the application will be protecting on the backend. So this is the process. If I'll talk about the other security part to detect, so Google providing the security command center, the whatever the asset in our Google Cloud Platform, so it will be find the posture and the detection of the whatever the policy you have defined or whatever the permission you have given. So if is there any lawful, our security command center will help you to identify and the to create a alerts, right? Similarly, the chronicle sec of ops that will help to identify and detect the if is there any security is happening, security lawful is happening in our Google Cloud Platform. And then other like a web security scanner also one of the option. Recaptcha Enterprise is also available to secure our Google Cloud environment, right? So these are the major options is available to secure our environment. Now let me talk about how to protect our infrastructure, right? So in the Google Cloud infrastructure, Google providing the assured workloads and confidential computing to secure the infrastructure, like your GPU, confidential GPU, and Titanic hardware chips, hardware related security, and the whatever the AI infrastructure like RAM, memory, I mean your you know SSD, hard drive. So all these are AI integrated hardware chips is enabled to secure your AI workload or I mean AI is helping to secure your infrastructure with the help of assured workload. I mean here one thing will whatever the asset we have, whatever we have the asset, so that will be identified through the asset related to compliance. Then it will be mitigate the infrastructure related issue, right? So now last but not least, how protecting the data. So whenever we are going to deploy any of the application in our cloud platform, we need data. Or whatever model you are going to deploy into cloud, so we need data. Without data, we cannot create a model. So first of all, we need to secure our data. So Google providing a one of the major product that is called sensitive data protection. So through the sensitive data protection, it will automatically your data will be protected on the backend, right? So this is one of the major challenges nowadays. It is being solved. Uh, Whatever data, wherever you are storing, like GCS bucket, BigQuery, or your application data, whatever data, it is encrypted and suppose you have a PII data, right? You have a personal data, then or some, for example, credit card data, so it will not be visible to all. So automatically it will be masking and encrypted. So this is one of good product provided by Google, sensitive data protection. So automatically it will be protected whatever data we can upload in Google Cloud Platform. So one of the example to how it is protecting the sensitive data protection in real time. For example, some input is given by the users, and then here you can personal name. Here one personal name is mentioned. For example, my name is Bill. So it's saying that the name will not display. It is say it's a personal name. Similarly, it's a credit card number. So it will display the output will be say credit card number. It will not display the credit card number. For example, some FDA code. So for example, this is a code. So it will not be so in the output, right? So it's a very nice things to protect the data, right? So one of the major architecture to secure our AI based solutioning, for example, developer deploying any of the code to AI based application to run in cloud run, and that Gemini 1.5 or 2.0 to calling that, and that application is deployed over here. But the end user how securely access that Gen AI based application. So in between, we are using the identity aware proxy to secure the users and to verify the user to access the Gen AI based application. So, and one more thing I would like to discuss over here. So, GenAI and security. So, my talk related to AI for security. So, in AI for security, like we are using Secure AI Workbench, Chronicle Security Command Center, and Virus Total, and all these phishing campaigns and deepfake, all that, and then malware generation and malicious code compilation. All these how GenAI helping to security to detect and prevent that. So this is how AI helping for the security to detect and mitigate that. And security of AI, all that option as you can see, like privacy, safety, and our cloud resource and the prompt hacking. But today topic, how AI help to security. So that I discussed, right? And then one of the model already developed, SecLM. SecLM, one of the AI Gemini model. If you use that, then you can easily defender and I mean Gemini in security use of SecLM. If this model will integrated, your platform will be the security will be checked, and it will be mitigated with the help of the SecLM. This is one of the model. It is developed by Google. Gemini in security operation, Gemini in security command center, Gemini in threat intelligence. These are the three which will be developed by SecLM model. If you are integrated, you can able to secure your GCP environment. But how it is working? So for example, SecLM already set up, but user putting the input, I mean prompt, that prompt is checked by the SecLM, And SecLM, that is the whole as part of the whole process of this, how it is working, and how ultimately at the end of the checked and get the response from the SecLM. This is the response. As you can see, this is the based on the information provided. This file appeared to be associated with the malware attributed to the threat actor group APT43, and many network behavior such as establishing a uh, backdoor connection. I mean, this is the response. But here, as you can see, is this the file is the malicious? So definitely checked by this LLM, LM, and then we are getting the response. I mean, without any all the overall setup, as I explained earlier, but if you are using SecLM model, then your environment could be saved, right? So this is one of the things which you can use that. And this is all about my talk. Thank you everyone for joining this today's session. So I hope this session will be insightful and you learn something, and you can apply that logic to your GCP environment to how AI will help you to secure your environment. Thank you everyone, and you can uh, scan me and you can join me. Connect with me in LinkedIn and Twitter for any Google Cloud related technical queries. You can feel free to connect with me LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter. So this is all about me. Thank you, everyone.
So, and I can see no one have questions in chat. But to be honest, it was